Hello everybody, my name is Shannon Clements. Some call me the nomadic author, others call me mental. Why? Because I like to think a lot. And right now what I'm thinking about is this load I just picked up, I'm hot and sweaty, dirty. You know what I'm saying? Because I was in that office with that nice young lady, she had the AC, but it was all on her. All eyes was on her, just like all the ice cold there. And I stood there, I had to wait and everything. It ain't nothing on her, it ain't her problem. Like I said, she was a nice young lady. But it was hot as I stood there, and man, I got sweat marks all. My shirt is getting sweated out, you know what I'm saying? So that just lets you know, as soon as I got in my truck, I had to sit back for a minute. This air felt so good. You have no idea how good this air feels. So, but yeah, I had to pay attention though to the fact of how, with this load, I was running a little behind because at the other stop, you know what I'm saying, when I got there at my appointed time, the other person was still being unloaded. Remember in the video I showed you, it was a very tight parking lot that I was dealing with. And and with that being so tight, then we had to maneuver around each other. That truck that was in the way right at the gate, they had to move that truck. I don't know why they had to park there in the first place. But it was cool, because they gave me. I actually offered to buy the ice cream. It's in the trash can, trash can. I'm gonna throw my trash away. But but I went on ahead and I ate the ice cream that they gave me, a free pint of ice cream, Ben and Jerry's. I enjoyed that. But outside of that is the fact that I had to wait, but then at the same time, I was already behind schedule on that too, because I ran into a lot of traffic trying to get there. And so I was gonna get there, but at the beginning there was a delay in picking up the load. That set me back. And so I tried to make it there anyway, but it didn't work out that way. And I ended up being late, so they said they rescheduled it for a delivery on next day. So I said I ain't got no problem with that. I went ahead and took the delivery for the next day, which was today. And so I said, all right, I ain't got no problem with that. They set it for 10:30 this morning, and when I get there, somebody else is in the dock still. And then they took their time unloading me as well. So I went on ahead and enjoyed. I enjoyed the ice cream and everything. Let them do their thing. Then I got on the way. I said I found out I was going to be about an hour behind schedule. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad there's a company that was running behind schedule themselves. But here's the killer part. Because I run into traffic. I show it on video sometimes where I run into traffic and all the other stuff. It's on video. But here's the killer part. They had already told us drivers. they sent a fleet-wide message over this people net, letting us know to stop delivering our loads early. Because the moment we deliver our load early anymore after that fleet-wide message, meaning that it didn't just go to the fleet that I was on, it went to all the fleets. Because Walmart don't want us to deliver their loads early anymore. Because from that point on, they're going to start fining the company. And the company was threatening us, like, if you deliver that load early again, I still got all the messages. Well, no, I deleted them here. So as soon as I deleted all this, they start bringing me bullshit, which I'm glad I still got it in my phone. They didn't know that it's in my what you call it too, my driver hub. And they sent a fleet-wide message saying if you deliver a load from this point out, we are taking your contract away from you. You will no longer haul for us. So I'm like, okay, they getting serious on that. Because at that time, I didn't know that ICs can actually get Walmart loads. I mentioned it in the message. I said, dang. I said we can get what you call this? I said, dang, we can get Walmart loads. I thought that was off limits to us. So they said, no, you can get Walmart loads. Matter of fact, it's one right now. So I went and picked up a Walmart load, and that's when the fleet-wide message came out. It had told us that we couldn't drop early anymore, otherwise we'll lose our contracts. I said, I ain't got no problem with that. Because on one Walmart load, I had got there early, but I couldn't deliver. And I told the guard that too. He said, go ahead and just park over there. He gave me a place to park. You know what I'm saying? I just parked right there on the yard. I had to wait 3 hours before I could go ahead and deliver that load. So, but I said, I ain't got no problem with it as long as I still got my contract and everything, you know? But at the same time, now, here it is. They didn't send a fleet-wide message to everybody. They telling me in particular, your load, this load is a Walmart load, and it must be there on time at such time. And if it's late, we're gonna fine you. I said, well, damn, this is my first time ever hearing this rule right here. You know, I remember they sent that fleet-wide message saying that we deliver early. You know what I'm saying? They gonna you take our contract. Okay, I understand that one. You know what I'm saying? Because people was delivering those loads early, so that way they can jump on the next load. You know what I'm saying? And get down the road, making good time and good money at the same time. But now I'm looking at it's not just bad. You got the police targeting drivers for their paycheck. I mean, I stood there and watched the one cop. He was standing outside of his patrol car, door open, in the door, standing there with the radar, just like clocking everybody that came by. I'm like, God damn, he is serious about his job, for real. He, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, for real. But what can you do? The guy's doing the job, you know. But at the same time, it's bad enough that you got the cops targeting drivers for their paycheck. Then you got the D-Dot. You know what I'm saying? You got DOT targeting drivers for their paycheck too. Every time they bring you through inspection lines, you know, all the other stuff, they check you. Sometimes they bypass you, but sometimes they bring you in there. They want to weigh you. You know what I'm saying? Then other times, even though they're gonna weigh you, they got another guard out there checking every little thing up under your goddamn truck, making sure everything is all right. They look for anything, so they targeting your paycheck. It's bad enough you got the feds. The DOT is a federal agency as well. Everything about the trucking industry is regulated by the feds, the federal government. know. So then you got the feds, you know what I'm saying, the IRS, they targeting your wallet too. And then, but now, here it is, you got your own company threatening to target your wallet on top of that. Somewhere gotta give, you know? Cause that don't make no sense. That's too many people targeting your paycheck. Not to mention your bill collectors. Not to mention your family. Not to mention you, yourself. You need it for your everyday survival. That's the purpose of working in the first place. Is for you personally. Not for the feds. Not for DOT. Not for the police. Not for your family. Not for your goddamn company that you're working with or for. You're doing it for yourself. Golly, man. So, at that point, it's best to go ahead and say, at this point, if you gonna dot every I and cross every T, I'm gonna do the exact same thing too. Now I'm gonna take it a step further, because just like the company got attorneys, you better go ahead and talk to you an attorney as well. Even drop that retainer fee to make sure that when something goes wrong, that attorney is gonna handle business. But you have you a good attorney on retainer. Don't have no bullshit attorney. You have you a good one. You know, just like they got companies out here that help drivers, you know what I'm saying, maintain their driver's license and everything too. You know what I'm saying? They charge a small nominal fee. You can stick to the one that the company offers you, have you sign up for, and they take a small little piece of change out of your check every month, once a month. But I tried to use them once, and they screwed. So I said, all right, I sign up for y'all. Y'all, it ain't nothing but about $2 or $3, literally $2 or $3 per month. But I went and got a different one that when something happened, they made sure it got straightened the fuck out. Literally, got it straightened the fuck out. Excuse me for cursing, whatever. Hey, I'm sorry if you got sensitive ears. But when you're dealing with this industry right here, the main one that's gonna be looking out for you in this industry is you. That's one of my that's basically one of my golden life rules. You know what I'm saying? Always remember to protect your own ass, because if you don't, then who else will? There's been instances where even people's wives turn on them. You know what I'm saying? Or their husbands. Or their children. It happens. Brothers, sisters. The only one that you can really count on is yourself. It's nice to have somebody else that you can share life with. But the only one you can truly count on to make sure that you're going to be alright is yourself. So yeah, at that point, you know, I just wanted to talk about that little incident, you know what I'm saying, because when they got to telling me that I'm gonna be fined and all this other stuff, they already talked about late fees and sometimes, but if the company that you was picking up at is running you behind schedule, then what you expect? If the company that you was just at was running you behind schedule. Let me show you something. If you in traffic like this, I'm sorry for having this in my hand, but I gotta show that. You see how far that shit go down? That shit go way the fuck back there too. If you in traffic like that, and that shit slowing you down, you see that on the other side? You see all that? Let's be real with this shit sometimes, you know what I'm saying? When you out on this goddamn road, shit happens. I know y'all see me pick up my nose a couple of times, but you know what I'm saying, sometimes I feel like something moving in my nose and whatever. And then I got allergies. You know what I'm saying? My nose be clogged up all year round. I have allergies. Literally, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't one side clogged up, it switches to the other side, if not both, and I have to breathe out my mouth. You know what I'm saying? I have allergies. Especially in springtime. Yeah. But anyways. But I just wanted to mention that, you know, this industry could be a damn, that shit going back far too. Oh my gosh. It's still, I mean, it ain't cars pulling up no more. It ain't even cars pulling up yet. That shit just sitting still. Golly, I'm glad I ain't on that side. But never say that, because especially when you're in Texas. As a matter of fact, let me flip this around. Because I'm going to talk to you for a little while longer. Let you see this shit. Because when you're in Texas, see, Texas has one of the highest death rates when it comes to accidents. The state of Texas has that. You know? And, look at that shit. Oh, cars are starting to just pull up in certain areas, but it's still jam-packed over there. Look, you can see it. But anyways. Texas has a high death rate when it comes to accidents. Who is that? Washington has a very low death count every single year. Sometimes you see signs up there telling you exactly how many people have actually died in accidents so far to this date. And all of that's going on over there on the other side is possibly. Let me get over in this next lane over here before I miss the turn. It's possibly because somebody got into an accident, and hopefully then nobody died. Yeah. Hopefully nobody died, you know. Okay, it's thinning out now, so that's these people right here are unsuspecting. They don't know that it's shit's backed up, jammed up ahead. But that is not my problem. I'm going down this way. And that's one of the reasons why I like recording my driving sometimes. Because it shows exactly what I go through sometimes when I'm out here on the road. Sometimes I end up in jam back. It might be jammed on one side and free and clear on one side. On the other side that you're traveling on until you get a little ways down, and then you're like, oh shit, all of a sudden it starts slowing down. But theirs is loosened up. Their traffic is loosened up. They haven't run into their jam yet. They haven't run into their jam yet. Just, you know, so it is what it is. It's probably hard to see because of the sun is shining directly into the camera, just like it's doing my eyes. So I'm gonna put the visor down so I can see. So at this point, you probably just hearing me talk because the sun is shining directly into the camera until I get around this curve. But wait a minute, hold on. I'm seeing it now. Is it on? No, it's on the other ramp over there. It's slowing down. You see how slow that shit? You should probably be able to see now because the sun is not in the camera. Yeah, and we're closing up in. Oh my gosh! Look at this shit, man. Look at this. I told you when you're in Texas, it can be jammed up on one side and free and clear on the other side. But as soon as you get down the way, all of a sudden you run into some shit that's motherfucking. Oh my gosh. Look at this, man. Now I gotta try to make my way down here. Let's see if I can cut in somewhere up here. Oh man, look at this jam. I hope there's an express on here. I take the express. I had to pay a little out of my check on that one, but still. See, it's merging anyway, so I'm gonna slow down. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get over. They gotta let me over. Oh, how you gonna jump over from the other lane and take my spot? Looking at him through a rearview mirror. Get on over. Hey, we moving. The other one, you know what I'm saying, they was sitting still. We moving. Still, you know what I'm saying, it's just jammed up a little bit. Again, no trucks left lane next 18 miles, so I ain't supposed to be in that left lane over there. Which I ain't got no problem with it. But like I said, I like to put this shit on tape sometimes, you know what I'm saying, because it shows some of the things that I have to go through when I get into jams. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little congestion right there, but it's still slowing you down because you're no longer driving at 65 miles. You're doing like 35. And it break you down to even 15 at times. You know what I'm saying? So you're not traveling. So the distance that you normally could travel, you're not traveling that now. So it's automatically you just got delayed. And trust me, it can get much worse because, like I said, you see on the other side, they moving quick. But at the same time, that shit's congested. There's a lot of people over there. But yeah, this is just something that you have to look out for. It's those who's coming in, you know what I'm saying, those who travel just as, you know what I'm saying, travelers in their cars. They're not actual truck drivers, you know what I'm saying, semi-truck drivers. They just drive over the road, they travel. They understand this, but their time is not mandated by that they have a certain amount of time to drive within. They can drive and stop whenever the hell they want. They can just chill, you know what I'm saying, fart, whatever. Anything they want to do, you know what I'm saying, they can do that. They in these RVs. They drive slow. Trucks have to pass them by all the time. Y'all driving leisurely. You know what I'm saying? We basically live, the over the road drivers is living like these people in these campers. Only thing is that we have, damn, was that a baton? Some cop lost his baton? Anyways. But anyways, you know what I'm saying, we live just like the campers, you know what I'm saying. We can wash up, we can eat, drink, store food, you know what I'm saying, do all of that stuff inside of our truck, even use the bathroom. The only thing we can't do that a camper can do is take showers. But then again, I want to shut that up because they have a certain kit that they sell these people who drive and campers and everything. You can take a shower out either outside or in your truck. They have little hang up showers. You put the water in there and it'll drain just like a shower would. And you know what I'm saying, and it'll catch it too. You know what I'm saying? All you have to do is stand in the bucket or whatever and shower, clean up, wash down. You know what I'm saying? Cut it on, shower down and everything. And they sell it. You know where they sell it at? In the outdoors department, in the sporting goods department. You can go to Dunham's, you can go to Dick's, you can go to Cabela's, or any other sporting goods store, or you can go to Walmart, Kmart, Target. They have that type of stuff inside, but you have to look inside the sporting goods section so you can find it. That's where they keep the camping gear and all that other stuff. Survival things, survival gear, like life straws. Like if you get stuck out here. Remember I made a video about the EMP. It doesn't necessarily have to be an EMP. But if it's EMP, everything gonna come to some. All these vehicles gonna come to a stop anywhere, except some shit that's from back in the 1970s and 60s, because they don't have none of the computers in it. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? Back in the 1980s is when they started putting those computers, but there's still a lot of cars from the 80s that have no computers. I was supposed to get over for that truck, but I had to make sure this truck right there in front of me got up far enough so I could get over. But also I saw the police, they off the freeway, so I didn't have to do that. So I'm gonna stay here anyway. But still, it happens, you know what I'm saying? It could happen. I'm down here in Texas. I'm getting ready to leave Texas. This right here is Texas that you're seeing on my camera right now. I'm on what's this? 75, heading north. I'm not on I-75, I'm on State Highway 75, heading north. So, I just like to point that out, you know what I'm saying, because it don't make no sense to do all of that, you know what I'm saying. People liking to see where you at. People like to see where you at, not just where you at, but what the place look like, because they might want to visit there. They've never gone nowhere. Like I said, before I made that first video and took off, the only places I had been was the SeaWorld. You know what I'm saying? And then also I used to go bingo with my grandma over in Canada. That's as far as I went when it came to leaving Michigan. I didn't go nowhere. The ocean, I had never seen the ocean in my life, not face to face. I had seen the lake, you know what I'm saying, because Michigan has some of the biggest lakes out in the state of in the country of the USA. Michigan, Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, and it's like 3 different lakes. I think it's Lake Orion or something like that too. But anyways, then he has a UP. I've been across the Mackinac Bridge to the Upper Peninsula. You know what I'm saying? This company don't deliver up in the Upper Peninsula. I asked them, they said they don't. But I know those companies up there got to get their goods somehow, some way. And it's trucks that drive over that Mackinac Bridge and make deliveries. And up there in the UP, you find areas just like this. They're not as big, but it's mainly national forest area up there in the UP of Michigan, the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. You know what I'm saying? I had never touched a real ocean beach. I had touched the beach at Belle Isle. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's an island, but it's all in a river. It's fresh water. You know what I'm saying? That's fresh water. I had seen it's another beach up there by Grand Rapids somewhere. You know, it's a nice little national forest right out there, and they got a little beach. You know what I'm saying? You got the little steps that go through the national forest, bring you up to a few landings where you overlook the tops of the trees and everything, and it leads right on out to the beach. Your view is the tops of the trees, the beach, and beyond that is the lake. Lake Michigan. And you got like a couple of mountains or whatever off to the side, and you know what I'm saying, probably got a couple of caves over there too. In them. Oh, it's a beautiful sight. You had to actually go and visit. When I got my RV, I said I was gonna take a trip out that way and go, and you know what I'm saying, when I start my RV missions, you know what I'm saying, going out in my RV, I was going to go up that way first and then head on out to the state, you know what I'm saying, traveling all across the country, you know what I'm saying, looking for jobs and everything, doing my jobs, and living life, you know, traveling over the road. Like I said, I had never been nowhere, and sadly, it's a lot of people here in Texas that ain't never been nowhere either. There's a lot of people all over this country. They ain't never been nowhere, ain't going nowhere, ain't gonna never get nowhere, because their ambitions and goals is to just sit right where they at. You know what I'm saying? I saw one of my homeboys that I grew up with, you know what I'm saying, literally grew up with the guy, you know what I'm saying? We went to school together. You know what I'm saying? From elementary all the way up to high school, even graduated the same year. We both went, I think we both went to, because I graduated out of summer school. But I graduated in the year that I was supposed to graduate, which was 1995, class of 95. I just graduated out of summer school. And my homeboy, I think he was with us. He graduated out of summer school too. Cause he asked me, man, why you ain't gonna come to graduation? I told him exactly what I was like, man, I overslept. And he like, man, what's wrong with you, man? But yeah, he showed, you know what I'm saying, I hooked back up with him on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? And I talked to him, you know what I'm saying, found out, you know what I'm saying, because I had lost contact with him for a minute. Found out he got wife, got kids. He's showing pictures of him and his wife out on the beaches, you know what I'm saying, on his Bahamas. He went going out to the Bahamas and all this other stuff. And I was sitting there looking at that stuff for what it was. I was like, damn, I ain't never been nowhere. Man, the only place I've been was SeaWorld. And then, you know, so at that point, I had been to SeaWorld. I had been to Cedar Point, and I had been to Canada. You know what I'm saying? And been at that time. Yeah, I don't think I even went. Yeah, I did. I went down, and I've been to Georgia. Cause I remember I went to visit my, it was my little brother's family. You know what I'm saying? My mama took me down there, you know, so we caught the plane back in the 80s, and we caught the plane all the way down to Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? We was out there. That's when I found out that there was such things as big, giant ass turtles. Cause I thought I remember when I found that out, I sat down on one. I thought it was a big rock. I sat down on it, and then something started moving. I was like, what the hell? And my family laughed at me. I was like, man. I said, what is this big turtle? What? I looked, the head just sticking out. Look, and turned around, trying to look back at me and everything. And he kept on walking. I jumped off with the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? I was a little kid. I didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? I think I was like preteen at the time. So yeah, that was when one of my little brother's cousins, you know what I'm saying? That's when I was first started learning how to kiss, because she was telling me that we swapping gum, but really she was kissing me and teaching me how to kiss, how to tongue kiss. I won't say her name though, you know what I'm saying?